Hello students, in the previous lecture I have discussed about the differential calculus, differentiation. I have told about you differentiation, given the concept of differentiation. Means here how will you differentiate if some function is given? Suppose y equals to fx is given, then how can you differentiate? How can you find out its differential coefficient? So its differential coefficient with respect to x, differential coefficient with respect to x, with respect to x. So this will be given by d by dx of y equals to d by dx of fx. This I have explained. Now what is its meaning? What is its use in the what is its physical significance? What is the physical significance of d by dx of y? So if you draw the graph of this function, if we draw the graph of this function, then d by dx of y, suppose this is some graph, this is the graph of this function, then what is d by dx of y? It gives the slope of the graph, slope of graph. Now here the graph is a curve, so there is one geometrical way of determining the slope. You can determine the slope. How will you determine the slope? Suppose you have to determine the slope at this value. So first you find out the point on the curve corresponding to this value. Corresponding to this value of x, what is the point on the curve? It is this. Now you draw the tangent over this point. Draw the tangent over this point. Then you take 2 points on the tangent and use the formula of the slope y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. This way you can find geometrically. How will you find? Suppose for this value of x you have to determine the slope of the curve. So first you locate the point on the curve corresponding to this value of x. Corresponding to this value of x, you will locate a point on the curve and then draw the tangent to the curve at that point. Determine the slope. Slope will be the slope of the curve at that value, at that point. It's clear. This is the geometrical procedure. Mathematically, how can you find? You differentiate the equation of this curve, equation of this function. Equation of this function you differentiate with respect to x. That will give the general value of the slope. Now you have to find the slope at this value of x. Suppose x equals to x1. So what will you do? Slope of curve at x equals to x1. It will be equal to value of this. This is the general value of slope of the curve at x equals to x1. It's clear. You substitute, you will get the slope. This is the mathematical procedure. It's clear. Then I have told one formula here. I have told that d by dx, which is very frequently and mostly used in the physics. There are many formulae in the differentiation. This is only one formula. I am not telling you other formulae because those are not very much important, though they don't come so much frequently. When they will come, I will explain you. It's clear. So d by dx of x to the power n, here it is differentiated with respect to x, and the power is also raised with respect over x. Differentiated with respect to x, power is also raised over x. So formula will apply, and what will be the result? It will be nx to the power n minus 1. For example, if you have to find d by dx of x, no power means you take the power 1. When you will apply this, so it is 1x to the power 1 minus 1, 1x to the power 0, x to the power 0, that is equal to 1. It's clear. So by this way we can evaluate d by dx of x to the power n equals to nx to the power n minus 1. Then some more formula I have told. Suppose if there is any function which is the sum of two other functions, d by dx of u plus v or u minus v, then it will be equal to, on opening bracket, du upon dx plus minus dv upon dx. dv upon dx. It is clear? Suppose if there is the product of two functions, product of, this is the addition of two functions, it is the subtraction of two functions, function may be of u plus v. U plus v means here just here y equals to 3x square plus 2x plus 1. It's clear? This. What will be the d by dx of 1? You see here, d by dx of 1 means d by dx of x to the power 0. When you will put here, it will be 0 x to the power 0 minus 1. 0 minus 1. So 0 into this, that will become 0. It's clear? So d by dx of any constant will be always 0. It will be always 0. That I have explained in much detail. If you have any confusion, you watch the previous video. It's clear? So here it is there is one function 3x square, another is 2x, and third is 1. 1 is the constant function. It is a linear function. It is a quadratic function. When you will differentiate it, it means differentiation of this plus differentiation of this plus differentiation of this. So if the function is the sum of two other functions or difference of two other functions, you can separately differentiate and then you can do. But suppose if there is the product d by dx of u into v, means if it is 3x plus 1 into 2x minus 5, this is one function and this is the another function, then what will you do? So what is the formula? U into dv upon dx plus v into du upon dx. This is in case of product. Suppose if there is division in between them, this divided by this, 3x plus 1 divided by 2x minus 5. You take one as u, other as v. What is the formula? How will you differentiate? These are general formulae. So d by dx of u upon v, it will be equal to v into du upon dx minus u into dv upon dx divided by v square. So this way we can do, and this I explained in the previous lecture. In the previous lecture, I have explained all these things. It is clear? If you have any confusion regarding this, you watch the previous video. It is clear? Now I will take some questions over this. Here, how will you differentiate? And we will differentiate, we will do the questions based on this formula, d by dx of x to the power n. This is one formula. There are many other formulae like this. It's clear? Now see here. And what is its use? So already I have told, by this, by differentiation, we can determine the slope of the curve. And if you are able to determine the slope of the curve, then if there is the displacement time graph or velocity time graph, so as we know that displacement time graph की slope velocity देती है. So if there is any equation of displacement versus time, displacement x versus time t, so you can determine the velocity at any time t by differentiating dx upon dt. It's clear? Means here it was the function of y equals to fx, and now we have taken displacement as the function of time. Displacement as the function of time. So here slope what? dy upon dx. What will be slope here? Exactly in the same way. In place of y there is x, in place of x there is t. So it will be dx upon dt, and dx upon dt is velocity. Dx upon dt is velocity. So by differentiating you can get the velocity. Suppose velocity time equation is given, means velocity is given in terms of the time. Then by differentiating dv upon dt we can get the acceleration. We can get the acceleration. It's clear? So this is the use. Now there are many other uses also that you will come to know afterwards, but since you know about the displacement time graph, velocity time graph, so that's why I have mentioned here that by using differentiation, how can you find the velocity, how can you find the acceleration. Now see here there is one question. I am taking a question especially on the differentiation. Here it is given y equals to 1 upon 2x square plus 3x plus 5 whole to the power 4, and we have to determine d by dx of y. Exact pronunciation is d by dx of y, but sometimes we also say dy upon dx. It is clear? That is वो कॉमन बोल चाल की भाषा में हम लोग कह देते हैं dy upon dx, but that is not correct. Correct thing is d by dx of y, means y is being differentiated with respect to x. Y is being differentiated with respect to x. But if you say dy upon dx, it is nothing wrong there. It's clear. Now see here, how will you find d by dx of y? So you can see here it will be d by dx of y means d by dx 1 divided by here 2x square. In place of y I have written this value 3x plus 5 whole to the power 4. And what formula is known to you? Formula known is this: d by dx of x to the power n equals to nx to the power n minus 1. And this formula will apply only when it is differentiated with respect to x and power is also raised over x. It's clear? So what will you do? Here you make one substitution because it is not in that pattern. It is not in that pattern, you can see here. So you make one substitution. You can write it in this way also, but even after that it is not in that pattern. 2x square plus 3x plus 5 whole to the power minus 4. When you take it up, power will become negative. Now it is differentiated over x and power is raised over this thing. This is not x. This thing and this is not same. Therefore, we will not be able to apply the formula. We will not be able to apply the formula because this thing with respect to which it is differentiated and the base on which the power is raised, both are different. So what will you do? We will take, let 2x square plus 3x plus 5 equals to p. So what will happen? It will become d by dx of p to the power minus 4. It's clear? Now still we will not be able to apply that formula. See here it is x, here it is p. Now we will do some modification here. What modification? And we have to modify in such a way that the value should not change. We have to modify in such a way that the value is not changing. So I am writing it as d by dp of p to the power minus 4 into dp upon dx. If you see here whether any value has changed here, you can see no value has changed because this dp will cancel with this. What is left? The same thing is left. Same thing is left. dp cancel, d by dx of p to the power minus 4 is left. Now it can be differentiated by using that formula. What is the only difference? In place of x there is p. It's clear? Here p, here p. So what will be this? What is the value of n? N you can see minus 4. n you can see minus 4. So it will come out minus 4 p to the power minus 4 minus 1, that is minus 4 p to the power minus 5. You write down this thing. It will become minus 4 p to the power minus 5 into d by dx of, in place of p you write it as 2x square plus 3x plus 5. It is clear? Now you simplify it further. So it is minus 4 p to the power 5 into, now this is d by dx of 2x square plus d by dx of 3x plus d by dx of 5. So you write down this way, d by dx of 2x square plus d by dx of 3x plus d by dx of 5. Now you simplify it further. So minus 4 p to the power 5. It's clear? Now you take 2 before to d by dx, because this is constant. Already I have told one formula, if there is any differentiation like this, constant multiplied by function. So what will happen? Constant will come before. Constant will come before, and it is d by dx of the function. Function means the term containing x, the term containing variable. It may be x, it may be y, or anything it can be. So it is, you can write 2d by dx of x square. Then 3 you take before, plus 3 d by dx of x, and d by dx of 5, that you can write straightforward 0. Now simplify it further. So I am writing here minus, it will be d by dx of y equals to, here it will be equal to minus 4 p to the power 5. P, what is p? P you have taken this 2x square plus 3x plus 5 whole to the power 5. Then you simplify 2. What is d by dx of x square? It will be 2x. What is the value of n? Formula can be applied because both the things are same. This and this are same, that therefore we can apply that formula. What is the value of n? N is 2. So it will be 2x to the power 2 minus 1, that is simply 2x. So you write 2x. It's clear? This 2 will be there, and then 2x plus 3 d by dx of x means 1. Already I have told that how will you find this. So it is equals to minus 4. When you will simplify, it is 4x plus 3 divided by 2x square plus 3x plus 5 whole to the power 5. So this way you can do. It is clear? So it is a very simple question. I am discussing one more question here on differentiation, and then after that we will proceed towards the integration. So you can see here, one question is given in this book in H.C. Verma. You can see here, and that question is very good, and it is based on some other formula. So yes, let me find out that question. Where is the question? Yes. Here there is a question on page 29, and here a different formula will be used, that I will tell you. It is clear. Here it is given the electric current in a charging RC circuit. RC circuit means containing the resistance and capacitor, is given by I equals to I naught e to the power minus t upon R into C. R is resistance and C is capacitance. Here I naught, R and C are constant. I naught is constant, R is constant and C is constant. Means if these things are alone without any function there, then their differentiation will be 0. It's clear. Are constant parameters of the circuit and t is the time. T is given time. And what is E? E is a exponential number. Exponential number whose value is nearly 2.6. You can confirm it. Its value is nearly it is 2.6. It is clear. So this is an exponential number. Exponential number. Find the rate of change of current. Rate of change of current means what you have to find? Rate of change of current. Rate of change of current means change in current per unit time. Change in current per unit time means di upon dt you have to find. You have to find rate of change of current means change in current per unit time. Means you have to find change in current di per unit time upon dt, that you have to find. So find the rate of change of current at t equals to 0, when t is equal to 0, when t is equal to RC, and when t equals to, in 3 cases you have to find 10 into RC. How will you do and which formula will be used here? So that I am going to tell you which formula will be used. Here there is a formula d by dx of e to the power x equals to e to the power x. This is also one formula, and it will apply only when this and the power over the e is same. It's clear? Then only it will apply, otherwise it will not apply. Suppose here d by dx of e to the power y, then we can write that way. We will not be able to write e to the power x in that case, and then you have to change you have to make the modification. So see here, you can see, yes. So how will you find this? So it is d by dt of I will be equal to d by dt of this thing I naught e to the power minus t upon RC. It's clear? Now you can see here I naught is constant, therefore it will come before the differentiation. So I naught d by dt of e to the power minus t upon RC. Then how will you solve? So see here, it cannot be, we cannot apply that formula because it is differentiated with respect to t and power is minus t upon RC. Power is minus t upon RC. Then what will you do? So you take minus t upon RC as p. Let minus t upon RC equals to p. We have taken this. When you will take this, so what will be that? It will become I naught d by dt into e to the power p. But still it cannot be differentiated. Still it cannot be differentiated because it is differentiated with respect to t and power is p. While the requirement for applying the formula at both the places there should be x. So what will you do? I naught, we will do the modification d by dp of e to the power p into dp upon dt. You can see here whether there is any change. So no, there is no change. Why there is no change? Because this dp and this dp will be cancelled. Both will be cancelled. So you will get the same thing. But now you can apply the formula here. D by dp of e to the power p. D by dp of e to the power p means e to the power p. Means e to the power p. So you write down it further. I naught e to the power p into d by dt. And in place of p, what will you write? Minus t upon rc. T upon rc I have taken out. So see here, then what will you do? I am writing from here. I naught into e to the power, what is p? P is minus t upon rc. Minus t upon rc into, what will you do? How will you differentiate? So as we know that r and c are constant, therefore rc is also constant, so rc you take before, and minus sign also you take before. It's clear? Minus sign also you take before. So I have taken 1 upon rc before, minus sign before the d by dt, before the d by dt. So here I have put here, then it is d by dt of t. What is d by dt of t? It is equal to 1. Just like d by dx of x equals to 1. So d by dt of t is 1. It is clear? This will be equal to 1. So what will you get? You will get di upon dt, di upon dt equals to that thing. So you write down here di upon dt equals to minus I naught e to the power minus t upon rc. It is clear? Minus t upon rc divided by this 1 upon rc, so it will go in denominator into 1. Or write down I naught e to the power minus t upon rc. Upon rc. I am explaining once again. You see here. Here, strength of current in any RC circuit at time t. RC circuit means a circuit which is consisting resistance and capacitor. In class 12 you will study. It is clear? So in RC circuit at any time t, current is given by this, where R is resistance, C is capacitance. All these are constant. E is a exponential number. It is also constant, has nearly value 2.6 or 2.7. I am not exactly remembered. So E equals to this. Now you have to find the rate of change of current. Rate of change of current means di upon dt at these 3 timings. So first you find out the general value of di upon dt. General value of di upon dt means this value at any time t. So di upon dt equals to d by dt of this thing. Since I naught is constant, therefore I have taken I naught before d by dt. Before d by dt of this. Now see here, this formula cannot be applied, so we have taken minus t upon rc equals to p. So it will be I naught d by dt into e to the power p. Now what will happen? Still the formula cannot be used. So what will you do? You will make the modification. I naught into d by dp of e to the power p into dp upon dt. dp cancel, so it will come out that. So I naught, what is d by dp of e to the power p? It will be e to the power p. d by dt of minus t upon rc. Now after this what will you do? You will take out minus sign and rc outside, because rc is constant, minus sign can be taken out. So minus sign here, it is written I naught e to the power p, in place of p you write down minus t upon rc into 1 upon rc had been taken out. d by dt of t. What is d by dt of t? It is 1, so it comes out this. Now you have to find the value at time t equals to 0. So I am showing here in two cases. I will show it. So it is at t equals to 0, d by di upon dt. You put t equals to 0, so it will be I naught e to the power. When you will put 0 upon RC means 0, it is 0 upon RC. It's clear? So I naught into 1 upon RC, because we know that if there is 0 power over any number, then its value will become 1. So it will be equal to I naught upon RC. It will be equal to I naught upon RC. Now I will find out at this. So you can see here. At t equals to RC, at t equals to RC, di upon dt, you substitute, and here there is minus sign also. I would not take it here. So you take the minus sign also. Minus I naught e to the power, in place of t you write down RC, minus RC upon RC divided by RC. So it will be minus I naught, it will be e to the power minus 1 upon RC. You further simplify. E to the power minus 1 can be written as 1 upon e. 1 upon e. So it will be minus I naught into 1 upon e, and there is RC. Now here minus I naught upon RC into 1 upon 2.7. So this can be written as, I have taken approximate value of E as 2.7. So exact value you can find. And one more thing, all of you purchase this type of calculator. It's clear? Here it is Casio FX82, FX82. It's clear? So you don't purchase 400 or FX400 or more than that. You purchase only simple one, FX82 MS, and it will be better you purchase Casio. It's clear? Casio calculator, that will be rough and tough, and so you purchase this. And one more thing which I want to tell you, there is very much duplicacy in calculators. You may get the duplicate Casio. So you ensure this thing from where you will get the original one. Original one is not very costly. I think it will be 300, 400. So because it will be required for you. So FX, this Casio calculator, and that one only FX82, which is allowed by the board. You can see in the syllabus. It's clear? Now after this we will begin the differentiation. But I think that differentiation I will do in the next lecture. Not today. In the next lecture we will begin the differentiation. Not differentiation, integration. Differentiation has finished. It's clear? Differentiation has been finished. Now we will discuss its usage in the physics afterwards. Now next topic will be the integration. So thank you.